everybody, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. I appreciate you all for being here. I just want to apologize for being MIA from YouTube for quite some time. Lots of stuff happening in my personal life, and I've just kind of put YouTube to the wayside, so I want to apologize first and foremost. I do truly appreciate you all who are subscribed and who, tune into my channel. It means a lot. And I know I need to get better about trying to be a little more consistent, but with a full-time job and then just everything else that's happening, it's been so hard for me to find the motivation or the time really to try to film anything. But I am making an effort to try to do a comeback, so to speak. But in this video, we are going to be doing a DTF transfer, but a glitter. I don't think I've done this one on camera before. I bought this on Amazon just to try it out. I haven't used my EcoTank 15,000 in quite some time either. I haven't done maintenance. I haven't check the ink levels. I haven't done any of that. I went just straight into it. So you'll see the clips of that. So if you're interested, stick around, and that's coming up next.
Okay, you guys, here we are in Cricut Design Space. Now, as you can see by the title of this design, it's Casey Royal's Rhinestone design. I had previously worked on a design last week. I wanted to just duplicate this in order for me to make a DTF print. So all I did was just make a duplicate copy of my initial design for my rhinestone template. I made a duplicate of the Royals letter, and then I sliced out the design. If you look over here, I uploaded a couple of Royals backgrounds. That's all I did. I just uploaded two and then chose one design, and then I sliced it out. As you can see here, I went ahead and did a screenshot, and then I went ahead and uploaded it to Canva, which is where we'll go in just a moment. So I'm going to pause here and then we'll be in Canva. Okay, so now here we are in Canva. I already created my template, which is a 13 by 19 sheet, and I've uploaded my image. It's right here. I'm going to go ahead and size this. I need to look at the position here and make this a little smaller because this is going to make my image a lot smaller than it is, and then I'll resize it to 11 inches. All right. Now I can do this, flip my image this way. Then I'm just going to duplicate this because I don't want to waste the paper. All right. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and download this. All right, now I'm going to pause right here, and then we're going to go over to my printing app, and then we're going to go ahead and print this image on a DTF print. Okay, here we are in my Epson iPrint. I have my Epson EcoTank 15,000 selected already because we are doing a 13 by 19 print. And actually, before we begin, I actually chose a 13 by 19, but I'm being honest, my DTF print is actually not an A+, but it's just an A3 size, not an A3+. So I'm going to select that. We're going to go ahead and choose semi-gloss because I'm using a glitter DTF print. And then I am actually going to keep it at the standard setting, as you can see here. And I'm going to click done. And then this will be ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And you're going to see I'm going to have a little bit of issues with my printer, but you'll see the end result in just a moment. Hit print. And then I'll see you at my printer.
Okay, you guys, excuse the mess on the side there. Okay,
I decided I'm going to use this DTF transfer film. It is a glitter one. I've only used this a couple of times, so I figured why not. I'm going to pull one of these out, and I'm probably going to have to tape it to a regular sheet of paper because I can never feed anything through without having to tape a DTF paper. So let me see if I have one here that I can use that I don't have to, I'll use this one. I'll just use the other side. Okay. All right. So it's obviously a smaller one, but that's not going to matter. I'm just going to use a piece of painter's tape and tape the edges. So let me pause right here while I do that real quick, okay? All right, I have it taped. Let's hope this works, because for some reason I always struggle with this. I'm going to feed it through right here. All right, now I'm going to hit print on my app here. And let's hope it feeds it through. I haven't used this in a hot minute. I guess I should have tested it before I got on camera, right? But oh yeah, I could already tell that. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I decided to cancel the print because, as you can see, I already messed up a part of it over here. So I'm just going to cut this part off and just worry about this one that did. I had to load it and do all these different things, but this is the one I want. Oops, sorry, I'm a little zoomed in. I totally forgot. Okay. So now we got to hurry up and peel this off. Throw some DTF powder on it. I'm using the Sendale. This is the one they sent me a long time ago, but I'll go ahead and throw the powder on. So far, I don't see any roller marks, but sometimes you don't notice them until after we've cured. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back and forth, make sure everything's coated. Go ahead and pause right here and get my griddle ready to go. Okay, you guys, I apologize about the lighting. Okay, I went ahead and plugged in my griddle. This just has a 1 through 5 setting, so I usually put it on 1 because if you've seen some of my past videos using this thing, I love it, but it is very hard to determine the actual temperature. So I'm usually safe with 1. I'm gonna let it heat up. Here's my DTF. Once we cure it, this has not, this is from the tape, of course. All I care about is this. So I'll go ahead and let that heat up a little bit and just lay this down. And you'll start seeing right away when it starts curing, because all of this will start getting dark, right? So I'll speed through that until it's ready to go, and then we shall see if there's any roller marks on this, okay? So bear with me. I'll speed through this and I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys. My DTF is cured. We're going to get really close. I apologize. I was trying to get the light just right so we can really see if there's any roller marks on here. But if I'm being honest, I don't see any. Let's turn this over. Take a real close look.
Wow, I don't see any at all. Unless my eyes are deceiving me, I do not see any roller marks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim around this just a little bit. And then I'm going to prep my shirt and everything and get ready to press this at the heat press. So you'll see me just kind of trimming this up a little bit, getting my shirt ready. So let's do that real quick, okay? 1 second. All right, I am using a Gildan 100% cotton shirt, white, just plain old white. Just gonna lint roll here. And then of course, once everything's said and done, this is gonna go right here, right? And if I zoom in here, I am not seeing anything. My apologies, the lighting. Hopefully when I'm editing, I could lighten this up a little bit, but I'm trying really hard. Okay, I apologize about the lighting, but as I'm looking at this, yeah, I am not seeing any roller marks at all. I'm curious to see if they show up once I press the shirt. So let me get my heat press all ready to go up to temperature. This is a Sendel powder, so I have to set my heat press at 385 degrees, and we'll have to press it for 40 seconds and do a cold peel. So I'm going to turn the camera over to my heat press when we're ready to press and it's ready at temperature, okay? Again, here it is. I'm just gonna kill two birds with one stone and create a crease down the middle and get the moisture out at the same time. All right, you've already seen me lint roll this, so I'll go ahead and just press this just for a few seconds to get any moisture out and create my crease. Okay. All right. Get my little handy dandy shirt guide here. That's just to line it up like 3 inches down from the... And this is pretty spot on. Okay. Here's my print. I did make a little fold here very carefully. Now I want to make sure it is lined up with my crease. All right, that's pretty good. All right. Let me get a piece of, couple of pieces of heat tape. I would rather be safe so it doesn't shift, right? And this is at an angle, so the Royals part is at an angle. Okay, push this back. Get my little piece of parchment paper. 385 degrees for 40 seconds. Okay, this is a cold peel, so I'm going to take it off the press. And then we will come back when it's time. Oh, and I see a little blue film on here. Oh, just wonderful. Okay, it is what it is. All right, we'll peel this as soon as this cools down. Okay, let's peel this off. Awesome. Yeah, I think I know what I did wrong here. I'll explain here in just a second. Because I don't like that, oh, let me see. I'm not going to use that parchment paper because I think that's why I have the little blue here. I'm going to use this just to do another press real quick to get in. Ooh, excuse me. To get the sheen off of the DTF, because anybody who knows me knows I don't like the shiny look of the DTF. Okay. All right, so
I already turned off my heat press. Let me pause here and go back to my desk, and then we will get a closer look at this, okay? All right, I took my camera off the tripod, so excuse me if the camera shakes, but for the most part, okay, this is a glitter DTF, so you could definitely see the glitter. Doesn't look terrible. If you get really up close, I mean, that could have just been the little remnants. I don't know, but it doesn't look terrible. I like it. Now, I think this happened because I had done a shirt last week where I sublimated the glitter heat transfer vinyl and I reused the parchment paper, and I think that's why, because here is the normally these Teflon sheets I use when I'm doing any kind of a glitter sublimation or sublimation on glitter, and I think this transferred over to the parchment paper, and it didn't look like there was anything on it. That's why I reused it, but apparently there was, because this, and I'll show you the other shirt I'm talking about, but this doesn't look bad with the exception of this. All right, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to show you that other shirt real quick. Okay, so this shirt I made for myself last week because I realized I probably have made about 24 designs of Kansas City Chiefs t-shirts, but I had not one of the Kansas City Royals. And seeing as it's baseball season, I figured I would do it. But the reason why this was a little difficult for me, this is regular heat transfer vinyl. These are rhinestones, obviously. I did a rhinestone template. This was glitter vinyl, just the regular white glitter vinyl, and I sublimated on it. It was hard because, of course, I cut out the letters, right? I weeded it out, and then I pressed it onto this Teflon sheet. That's what I use it for. And then I got a little square with the pattern of the Royals, and I sublimated it. I always clean these off and reuse them for that reason. Okay, and then I got a transfer carrier sheet, a heat transfer carrier sheet, and transferred this over to the shirt and made this, and I absolutely love it. Would I make this again for anyone else? Probably not, because it's very difficult. I would probably just use regular blue glitter heat transfer vinyl, and that is it. One final look here. I think it looks great. I love this glitter DTF. And of course, with any DTF print, you want to turn your garment inside out, wash your garment cold, and maybe tumble dry it. But for the most part, this came out great. I am thoroughly impressed that I did not get any roller marks this time. All right, you guys, let me go ahead and turn the camera around so we can have a quick chat before I end the video. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from me a little bit. I know I've done DTF prints before, but I've never done this brand or the glitter DTF, not this particular one. I know I did a test of the Yamation sampler. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it at the cards at the end here. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, could you please hit the like button? And if you would consider subscribing, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a great week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.